Hello and welcome back to Realm of Thrones, and we've finally called for an army. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to stick with the Iron Islands for the moment, because let's face it, we've spent quite a lot of time with them, and it kind of makes sense for us to kind of stick with them just for a little bit longer, just to see exactly what transpires, because you never know. Now, what we're also going to do is, as a couple of people have recommended, suggested, you know, whatever you want to call it, in the comments, we are going to be assisting our allies. Now, here's the main reason why I haven't been doing that most of the time. Whenever the AI does a siege, usually, from my experience, they are extremely... I'm not going to call them useless, but they are very indecisive. And that has a dramatic impact on how much time is actually lost as you go forward in the game. So, for example, I've had situations in the past where I've thought to myself, oh yes, okay, I'm going to go and help this guy to besiege this town. And you know what he decides to do? He decides, okay, I'm going to wait here, I'm going to wait here, I'm going to wait here. Oh, now I'm stopping the siege. And for no apparent reason, he's just going to stop the siege instantly. And in those cases, I think to myself, okay, that's kind of weird. Not sure why he decided to stand there for that entire time just for him to cancel the siege. AI is kind of weird at times. So that's generally the reason why I am a little bit hesitant to go and assist people most of the time, because they are having a possibility of even doing that to begin with. But on the flip side, if they actually don't do that, and they actually decide to go in for a siege, and they stick to it, and they're actually, you know, being somewhat smart about things, then I am more than happy to assist them. So that's the point. That is the one thing that I was just very, just very hyper aware of at the time, because I was thinking to myself, yeah, don't really want to be in a situation where I'm all of a sudden putting myself out on a limb, and then I am now in a situation where I'm probably going to get killed just because I decided to help one of my allies. And as I say, that has happened multiple times in the past, and I've gotten myself into bad situations because of the AI as well. So we'll see what happens. I can very much hope that it is not going to cause any kind of problem for us. But obviously, as you've said, you know, as a couple of people have said, you've just got to assist the AI, and yeah, that's true. That's true. You do have to assist the AI, but I was very much hoping that what I would be able to do is split off and actually just try to do a bit of damage in an alternate area so that I can potentially skirmish with some vassals, eliminate as many opponents as I can personally in my own small army, and be extremely mobile while doing it. Because if we get that going, then the enemy is going to have a real big problem, because they're going to have a massive army from the Iron Islands, from our allies. They're going to have that roaming around, taking fiefs, or hopefully taking fiefs, and then we have, you know, me and my people, and we're going to be super mobile, attempting to eliminate as many enemies as we can. Obviously executing them in the process, of course. So that was my main goal. But of course, sometimes that just doesn't work out, you know? Sometimes the AI decides that they're going to be a bit silly about things, and they might get themselves caught out. And if they do get themselves caught out, well, that's probably my bad, because I need to make sure that I'm assisting them. And so that's what we're going to do, and that's the reason why I'm assisting them with this particular siege. What's really funny about this siege, though, is that I don't know whether you noticed, but they were actually going to lose it, I think. Yeah, a bit weird, because I definitely wouldn't have expected them to lose a siege where there's only, you know, 120 enemy units inside, but apparently they were going to lose a lot of troops in the process. So that's a bit worrying, suffice it to say, because that means that if they are failing to just do anything here, then we may have some issues actually doing anything in the future with them in battles. But as you can see, there was actually a significant amount of people that we just rescued. So I'm very, very pleased about that, surprisingly so. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that there were so many. I can take some people here, but do I want to? Yeah, I guess. I mean, some of them are tier 5, as you can see. Are there any tier 6s? No, we don't have any tier 6s. All right, well, you know, yeah, why not? Why not? Let's just swap out a couple of people here. I don't have any tier 4s. I have very few tier 4s. The Frey Assassin can go away because they are, no offense to them, but they literally will just die almost instantly because they have such terrible gear. So I'm not going to be taking them around right now, at least. And I think that's probably it. That's probably all I can do. Because here's the thing, we are just so far away from basically anything. I could take them and put them in the garrison here, but I personally don't think that having any amount of units in here is going to make any difference whatsoever to it being besieged by the North. They're probably just going to come along with an army of over 1,000, and they're just going to absolutely murder everything. But I'm going to just vote for this fellow because there's no way he's going to win, but I'm going to vote for him nevertheless because I'd like to get some more relation. You never know when relation is going to be somewhat useful. Maybe, maybe not, who knows. And let's actually just start moving around a little bit quicker now. I'd like to see if we can maybe just maybe take something else, because that's the funny thing about this. Can we actually make peace with them right now? No, we cannot. Ooh, that's grinding my gears. Yeah, this war hasn't gone on long enough to consider peace. It has only been 19 days out of a required 44 days. That is in the settings, by the way. So I can actually change that whenever we like. So that's the thing. I set this up a long time ago when I first installed diplomacy, because I thought to myself, okay, what is a good length for a war? And I thought at the time, oh yeah, probably around 40 days, because that's going to mean that people are going to get into skirmishes, they're going to be able to take a couple of fiefs, and so on and so forth. Because if you make it 15 days, or you make it less than that, then, you know, the AI is going to have a really, really easy time of just going, yeah, you know what, I'm going to make peace with you immediately. And that's kind of something that you don't usually want to have happen. However, in this case, obviously, it would probably be a good idea. So my own setting is kind of shooting me in the foot at the moment, and they are going to more than likely force us into a peace agreement. Or shall we say, they're going to force us through war exhaustion into a peace agreement. So that's obviously an issue, isn't it? Yes. Anyway, we can actually move on over to Greywater Watch. And maybe we can actually take it. There's 239. Hello there, Mr. Stark. Not the Tony variety, the other one. Okay, so let's have a look. What are we going to do here? Alright, so these guys have... Okay, they have a lot of these guys. They have a lot of northern mounted warlords. Those fellows are going to absolutely obliterate us, I think. I'm not entirely sure if we even have the ability to win this. How are my own forces doing? They're looking absolute trash. No offense, okay? No offense whatsoever, but they are looking really, really bad. Can I call for a couple more people to join me? Because I feel like I need them, to be honest. Let's actually have a look. This guy can come and join me. This guy can come and join me. There we go. And we can probably try to run away a little bit from Rob here. He is traveling faster than me. Oh dear. Okay, yeah. I have a bad feeling about this. I have a feeling that we're probably going to end up losing this, but... What can I do, eh? What can I do? Not much. Plus 30 weapon skills to troops in your party while in shield wall formation. That could be kind of useful. Why not? Let's do it. Oh, actually, wait a minute. There is another focus point for us to spend here. So what do we want to do? That's the question. What do we want to do? I guess leadership, because we're currently needing to level that up a little bit. I wish I could travel faster. I think the main problem why I'm not traveling as fast as I could be is because of my prisoners. But I kind of need the prisoners, don't I? Well, this is This is problematic. And now the autosave's coming in. Great timing for an autosave. Thank you so much, because this is really going to make things very difficult for us. Not sure if I'm even going to be able to achieve victory here, but if we do end up falling, then that is just how it's going to have to be. Okay, so this is going to happen. I was just hoping that these fellows would actually be able to... Oh, he's running from Roderick. Okay, apparently he's running from someone. Not entirely sure why, but yeah, here we go. Oh, I can... wait a minute. I can challenge him to a duel. Okay, so this might actually be somewhat useful for us. Begin the duel. This, if he's honorable, then he's going to allow me to leave and run away, which would actually be quite important for us. But if he isn't, then obviously he won't allow us to leave. But let's just see. Okay, so I can actually leave. That's fantastic. Is he going to continue attacking? No, he is actually abiding by his word there, which is very cool. And look at that, I actually gained renown for that, which is hilarious. Okay, so where is my... Okay. I don't know who actually got eliminated, but apparently a bunch of people did, which is really, really bad. Okay, where are my people? Where are the people that I've actually called to assist me? Because this guy apparently is following me, but I have no idea where he is. Oh my. Okay, Silas, would you mind coming over here, Silas? I would very much... Ah, there he is. There's my friend. Mr... Well, the friend of a friend kind of deal. You're not going to go in there, are you joking? You absolute imbecile. What is he doing there? Did you see that? Okay, apparently I'm going to have to help him out now. I was not wanting to do that by any means. I was kind of hoping that Silas could come over here and actually assist us with this. But we had Mr. Good Brother go in there. I'm not entirely sure why he decided to do that, but okay. If he's forcing our hand, then I suppose that is what we will have to do. I was very much hoping that we'd be able to pull in some more people so that we'd at least have numbers to give us the advantage. We have 99 forces on the field, and the enemy has 40, or actually 80 on the field. So, in actual fact, I feel like we might have maybe a bit of an advantage. Yeah, maybe. It very much depends. Let's get my archers over here, get these guys over there. Probably just gonna... I don't even know whether to leave my archers the way they are. No, I should probably put them into a loose formation, shouldn't I? Yeah, I should probably do something like that. Anyway, these guys are... Hopefully... Yeah, there we go. Nice hit, nice hit. I actually managed to take some damage from this person that I didn't even see. I didn't even see that person on the floor there. That is... That's kind of weird. Alright, well, whatever the case, hopefully I will be able to deal a little bit of damage here. How did you survive that? A 100 damage hit. Must have some perk that provides them with a little bit of extra HP. Isn't that wonderful? That's always the case, isn't it? Anyway, let's go for a wonderful auto-delegate for our archers here. And I'm going to bring out my bow a little bit as well. Maybe we can start doing some damage. Oh yeah, of course. Take some damage from some thrown weapons, of course. And I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get out of here first of all. How am I... They have so many different contingents here. That is hilarious. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how that's even possible, but there you go, they are. And yeah, we're just going to keep our... We're going to keep discipline with our cavalry here. I don't want my cavalry to charge in just yet. I want my infantry to go over this way. We're going to put them into a shield wall formation now. I'm going to watch out a little bit here. Take out that guy. Just going to be a little bit careful. Obviously, I've taken some pretty significant damage so far, which is obviously not what I was hoping for, but again, it was the person that I didn't even see on the ground that did that damage, which is unfortunate. We're just going to have our forces move slowly towards the enemy. And I'm going to try to pick off a couple of people. Nice.
Hear me! Move out! Infantry! Get moving!
I'm being very dubious right now. I'm not sure whether it's... I don't know whether it's necessary for me to be so incredibly, I don't know, hesitant. I don't know whether that's necessary, to be honest, but I kind of feel like it is. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm kind of worried in general about getting killed, so I do need to be a bit careful here. But hopefully my own forces will be able to do what needs to be done. I'm going to tell my infantry to charge in now, because I kind of want them to be a bit more aggressive here. Let me see. I don't see any enemies right now. I see no enemies that I can actually fight. Ah, this fellow. Well, it looks as though we might actually have this in the bag. I'm actually pretty surprised about that, all things considered. They did have a lot of cavalry. I was very worried about that specifically, because I know how effective cavalry can be, especially in field battles, of course, and I'm not entirely sure. Is it our strategy? Is it the fact that we have slightly more units? I don't actually know. We're going to have to check out the casualty report after we are done here. I have to be super careful of being eliminated as well. I really do not want to be killed here. because these guys all have pole arms, and you know how hard they can hit if you are charging into them, because they basically just use your speed against you, of course. That's the reason why I've said time and time again, if an enemy is in a tournament and you're up against them and you're on a cavalry, you're on a horse, that is, you're a cavalry kind of archetype in the tournament, and they have a spear, just don't even try. Just get off your horse and try to beat them some other way, because it's literally going to be one of those times where you just get murdered thanks to them using your speed against you. And that happens almost all the time in a real field battle as well. So, you know, you got to be a bit careful, but that's the reason why I'm being super, super careful about going in against the enemy here, unless I can see that there is some kind of ranged troop, or they're just not even bothering to use their polearm. That's the only time that I'm really going in here. Look at that guy. Oh, yeah, he just overextended a great deal. Ah, there's my death. Yep, that's what I thought. I knew that that was going to happen at some point if I continue to run through there, because obviously, think about it, there's a bunch of archers, and then in amongst those archers, there's a bunch of infantry. And some of those infantry are bound to have polearms, and lo and behold, boom, there it was. There was the guy that got me. But there you go, we have achieved victory here, almost certainly. There is pretty much nothing they can do about this, and I am extremely pleased, I gotta say. This is unfortunately probably going to result in our war exhaustion maxing out. However, even though we did achieve victory, the war exhaustion also takes into account how many casualties the other side gets. It is not a one-way street. They are going to be affected in some way or another. Anyway, I am going to be able to take quite a few of them, if not all of them. Oh, Robb Stark himself prisoner. You know what's going to happen there. Oh yeah, you know what's going to happen there. All right, so I can't actually take any of these guys. We don't have enough space. I'm going to move too slowly. Going to get preyed upon, whatever. Otherwise, I'm going to take all the loot. Massive amounts of really, really tasty loot there that we can sell for a significant amount, even though I don't even need it. To be honest, I don't need money anymore. I'm not actually a trading character, so it's actually not going to be proving itself. Yeah, if I can actually speak, it's not going to be proving itself particularly useful. And yeah, that's a bit sad, isn't it? That is a bit sad. But we now have the ability to execute a number of people. And that is exactly what we're going to do. I don't care who these people are, whether they're minor factions or not. I'm literally just going to be executing them. And we are also going to be executing Robb Stark himself. Boom. There you go. Everyone is, with the election of a new monarch and their objective complete, the Dustin Conspiracy of the North disbands. Alright, good to know. Let's get a couple more of these cavalry people, and I should probably get rid of a couple of these guys. There we go. And there we have it. Okay, so this fellow literally forcing us to go into that battle had us winning, which is really surprising. As I say, I definitely was not too pleased about him doing that, but... Oh, hello, wait a minute. What do we have going on here? We have another siege going on. Can I get into the battle with him? Yes, I can. That's actually really nice. Can we actually take some of them prisoner? No. We weren't in there for long enough. Or maybe we are? Maybe we can speak to him in just a second? I don't think so. No. Unfortunate. Maybe I can actually speak to him and ask him whether he has some prisoners. Can I talk to one of your prisoners? No. I have a proposal that benefits us both. Maybe he can transfer. Yes. He can actually transfer this guy towards me. I am going to offer him... Apparently 7,000 gold is gonna make that work somehow. And do they have any more prisoners? I'm going to assume they do. Yes, they do. Look at that. They have a massive amount of them. Okay, I don't know who has them though. That's the problem. This is something that really could be improved. Okay, this guy has a whole bunch. So at least I know now that he has a load. So let's go and see whether we can get them. There we go. 18,000 it's going to cost me. Sure, that's absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that. And we're just going to have to go through them randomly, which is not exactly great. You know, this fellow doesn't have anything. And then we'll just have to see
Very well.
anyone. Oh no! See, this is exactly the point. The UI needs to be improved in this regard, in my opinion, at least. You need to be able to see what vassal has which enemy, and then you're going to be able to, you know, speak to that particular person instantly. I don't think there is a way to do that already. If there is, then my apologies, but I don't think there is, because, I mean, you can see here, it's not telling me, it's not giving me any information right now. Maybe there's another menu that I don't know about that I can go into to find it out. Like, for example, here, it says, can I talk to one of your prisoners? I assume that's the thing that will tell me if they have a prisoner. And that would be the thing that gives me the opportunity to then just exit out of the menu immediately. So, for example, as you can see here, she says, well, we have the ability to say to her, can I talk to one of your prisoners? So that means that I can then do this, and then we can get someone else. So that is actually the thing that will give us the opportunity to see. So at least we now know, because look at this one. We don't have that particular speech function. So that means, yeah, there you go. She doesn't have a prisoner, so that's great. So now we can actually leave. So there is a little bit of an indication whether they have a prisoner or not. But as I say, it would be cool to know that beforehand, so you wouldn't have to go and speak to every single one of them, you know what I mean? That would probably be really, really useful. But it's still fine, you know, it still gives you that little conversation option, which I suppose is decent. Anyway, we are now fine. We have executed quite a few enemies. Obviously, this is pretty much the only way we can make progress at the moment. And they are going to be, as you can see, they're going to be forcing us into making a peace agreement, which I am extremely annoyed about, but we can't do much about it, unfortunately. We really cannot do much about it. Maybe I can do some damage against the Dragonstone people. Maybe that would be a good idea. 1,742,000. Yeah, we're paying a daily tribute of 3,200. That's actually not even bad, hilariously enough, because we are still keeping this. Yeah, they did not ask for the Fief back. Okay, so that's pretty cool at least. That is pretty cool. I wonder why they asked us for the Fief back before. The Westerlands maybe prioritizes territory over money? Is that a thing? I don't know. Maybe they're just super rich already. I mean, we already know that they are extremely rich. So maybe they just don't care, you know? Maybe they're just like, oh, we don't care about money at all. We have so much that we could go out of business and still run for 250 years, Nintendo. I mean, the Westerlands, of course. But yes, anyway, we are going to actually go on over to Riverrun, and we're going to see what's actually going on there, because Riverrun is the closest fief to us, and it's owned by Dragonstone somehow. I actually have no idea how that's even a thing, but it apparently is. Yeah, that's super weird. I don't know how that happened. Oh, it's rebelling? Is it rebelling? No, it isn't, is it? No. Oh, settlement is rebelling, it says. Oh, that's interesting. There's only 151 defenders. Oh, haha. Well, this is actually kind of fantastic then. Let's actually do battle with this guy. We can literally just go straight into a battle with him immediately. And we can just do a nice little auto-resolve with him as well. So that's pretty cool. I'm not going to actually take anyone here. We're just going to continue on. He's been taken prisoner by Gorold. Okay, so that means I should probably speak to him then. Okay, so someone said that what I can do is if I go to donate troops, I can then take their prisoners from here. So as you can see, if I take this guy over here... Oh no, look at that. It doesn't seem to work. I wonder why that is. It's because it doesn't actually work like this, and that's what I thought. As you can see, someone said that I was making big errors, and that was the big error right there. Okay, that was kind of weird because that's not how you do it. Obviously, as we found out already, you have to go in here and actually do this whole proposal business. You know, go into the barter screen and so on and so forth. But there you go. We were able to get him at least, so that's really good. And now we can actually. We could do some more executing. Yes, we're going to do some more executing. That sounds like a fun idea. And now let's actually see, because there is, of course, a vassal in there. I wonder whether she's going to... Is she...
Hi.
We got her. Nice. Oh, she has prisoners as well. Okay, that's actually going to be kind of interesting. Let's, I'm just going to auto-resolve. I don't see the point in actually going into a manual battle here. It doesn't seem to be much point in that at the moment. Because if we go into a manual battle, all that's going to get me is a little bit of personal skill increase. It's not actually going to provide me with any kind of benefit otherwise. So I don't really see the point in it. We will be going into battles that are much, much harder nowadays, because obviously we're going to be going into these large army versus army battles and sieges and so on and so forth. So we're going to have to be a bit careful of that. But Riverrun is up for grabs, and I would love to be able to take this. There's only 151. So what I'm going to do, going to level up my leadership, of course, because, you know, might as well. And what we're going to do is we're literally just going to build a siege tower and a battering ram, and I think that's probably it. I think we're just going to go straight on in with just that. I think that's pretty much all we can do in the time that I have, because I think there's going to be a large Dragonstone army coming here. There will be a large Dragonstone army coming, and they are actually quite strong, very strong in actual fact, because they obviously cannibalized the Stormlands, and that is a pretty big deal, I think. So, wait a minute. What are they actually doing here? What is this? A fire catapult? Okay, they have a fire catapult. They have one. One fire catapult. Okay, well, I'm going to lead the assault then. If they only have one, then we should be completely fine. If they have more than that, then we may be in for a world of hurt, which I would very much appreciate not having, please. Thank you very much. So let's see what we can. We'll see what we can do. Maybe I should have just gone in without the siege tower and the battering ram. Maybe it would be better for us to do it that way. Okay, there isn't any ladder here. Oh, it's on the other side. Okay, please don't shoot me too much, fellows. I would very, very much appreciate it if you'd leave me alone. Yeah, these fellows do not like me one bit. They are thankfully not attacking me. Oh, and now I'm going behind. What? Did you see that? That was absolutely terrible. That was the worst thing that I possibly could have done, because now we are in a situation like this, where I am going to have a hard time getting up here. Alright, I'm gonna just run. Just gonna run. Don't see a point in sticking around. Just gonna make sure that I'm not gonna get shot. Okay, I'm gonna try to harass the enemy's archers. I think that sounds like a fun idea. Oh no. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yep. I'm dead. I'm dead. Nothing I can do about this, unfortunately. Maybe? I'm actually really surprised that they hunted me down. Okay, I'm gonna get out my bow. This is bad. Okay, they're leaving me alone now all of a sudden. Okay, that's really weird. But okay. I'm not complaining, alright? I am not complaining in the least. I think this is absolutely fantastic. Very good. Okay, so I'm just gonna shoot them. I'm just gonna shoot them from here. I'm gonna use the zoom in function. Yeah, I never usually use this thing, that's for sure, but there you go. I'm gonna use the zoom in for a little bit of time here. Try to get some headshots. Try to level up my bow skill somewhat. And you can see how funny the crosshair actually is, because I'm literally aiming like towards their chest, but the arrow actually goes in their head. If you see that, it's actually kind of weird. Not sure why that's happening, but we're getting headshot after headshot right now, which is absolutely fantastic. There we go. Couple more of these. These guys are... I don't even know. I'm not even entirely sure what to say about this, because these fellows are literally just standing here, not doing much. I mean, to be fair, the AI sometimes... I don't know, really. I mean, here's the thing. It's quite funny, because... You know, when we first jumped onto the wall, and I was thinking to myself, oh yes, I got in here, you know, I took some damage, of course, because that's just how it's going to be. And then I thought, okay, I made it, you know, I made it past the front line, which means that I will now be able to do what I need to do. I can go behind enemy lines, I can do some damage, you know, have some fun, you know, that sort of thing. But then I turned around and all of a sudden there's a bunch of people behind me trying to kill me. And that's actually the kind of thing that I thought would happen here, because they're just literally allowing me to do whatever I want to do, basically. Which is kind of strange. Yeah, I'm just trying to throw these guys off balance. Oh no, throw these guys off balance, he says, as this squire almost murders me. Let's just try to kill these guys. Okay, I've got to be careful here. Got to try to use the momentum of the polearm, because obviously, let's face it, it's an extremely long weapon. Very, very difficult to use in these kinds of battles. So, I have to be a bit careful here. Just going to make sure that we don't let anyone else escape, because a couple have already done that, but that's okay. That's alright. And yeah, we are seemingly fine. Hilariously enough, though, we have lost quite a few... Oh, hello there. We have lost quite a few enemy... actually, not enemy, allied units. And I think that's mostly from rocks. I think that is actually mostly from rocks, because you can see here that we've literally only taken 16 casualties to death, but we've taken 119 to unconsciousness, which basically, in my opinion, means, yeah, it's pretty much a rock situation. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem, but thankfully they're not gone forever, and we are now victorious in this town, which is very, very nice. Now, bear in mind, obviously we are still actually no, we are at war against Dragonstone. We still have to be a bit careful of the Westerlands, though. They could potentially declare war against us, which would be a bit of a problematic situation, but, well, whatever the case, doesn't really matter. I'm just going to take all these troops because we can put them in the garrison here, and that's pretty much all I can really do. I could potentially try for a siege defense. Do we want to try for a siege defense? See, now, here's the thing, okay? I said... I think I replied to someone a while ago, a couple of episodes back, and I said, yeah, you know what, let's do some pillaging, let's do some devastating of the Fief in question, right? Now, the only reason why I don't know whether I really want to do that is because the loyalty is already absolute garbage, as you can see right here. You see the loyalty right now? It's at a literal 11. Yeah. And if I do this, then we don't lose any more loyalty, although, to be fair, I think we're probably going to have a rebellion on our hands anyway. Oh, I can claim it? Oh, this is fantastic. I will claim it. Yes. Yes, I will claim it. This is fantastic. Okay, wonderful. I am... okay, I was actually really surprised. I forgot about that, that function with diplomacy. I actually forgot about that completely, because diplomacy actually allows you to claim or make first claim to a fief that you capture, and I forgot about that. So this is actually wonderful. So let's see here. So we could go for presence, because this is actually really, really useful for security purposes. I was thinking of taking Leader of the Masses, because +5 party size, we're going to gain 10 party size, but if we think about 10 party size versus 5 security, when, as you can see, the security is kind of terrible right now, and that could be really, really useful for getting all of our problems sorted. So I'm thinking we'll probably do something about that. Oh, hello. Double Hodor. Double Hodor. That is hilarious in itself. North. Riverlands. Oh, this guy could be a really, really... Wait. Oh, this is perfect. This is actually perfect. What's actually going on here? This is crazy. Okay, wait a minute. We've got Jaime Lannister here as well. We could potentially get him. Oh, wow. We've got so many good people. Oh, and here we have... yeah, someone's... Yeah, I remember a long time ago, I played A World of Ice and Fire, and I got this guy as a companion. And my first thought was, his name's Woon Woon. Yes. No, it's 1-1, right? 1-1? Woon Woon? 1-1? Whatever. I don't know. I'm not making any sense right now. But anyway, the point is, this is fantastic. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do is, if I can, I don't know whether I have the opportunity to do this. I want to get him. Yes. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. This is wonderful. This worked out exactly as we wanted. So let's put him in there. He's going to be the new governor. And because we obviously, you know, he's the same culture, right? He's the same culture as the Fief. This is going to make a huge difference. This is going to be so incredibly powerful for us right now. Okay. So obviously, now that we have this Fief, the inevitable attack of Dragonstone is no doubt going to be coming in sometime soon. So we've got to get prepared for that. So the best way we can get prepared for it, well, that is literally just placing some people in the garrison, I guess. That's really all that I can really do. There isn't really much more that I can do, I suppose. So we're just going to place a bunch in here. 94 out of 469. That's actually not too bad, but yeah, there's one thing that we really should just check real fast. Yep, it is currently unlimited, so that's absolutely fine. So hopefully that's going to work out quite well for us. I'm not entirely sure if it will, but hopefully it does. I'm just going to spend a little bit more influence here just to get some people, you know, happy again, you know, increase our cohesiveness and so on and so forth. Okay, so he apparently failed to do this. Okay, I'm not entirely sure why he failed to do that. That's kind of weird. Do we need to put in more proficient units? They already have quite a few high tier people. We've got some, yeah, look at this. We've got a tier 6, we've got a tier 5. There's a bunch of people in there that they could potentially utilize. Well, there you go. They're actually doing some other things as well. Obviously, governors handling issues. That's absolutely fantastic. Super amazing mod. Really helpful. Apart from that, we actually have some people in here. This person wants a night out, apparently, which is quite funny. But yeah, she's a vassal of the Iron Islands at the moment, apparently, as well, which is quite amusing. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Dragonstone obviously is massive, as you can see. They own a huge amount of territory, and it's highly unlikely we're going to be able to attack them in their home territory, but not impossible. We could make it work, but I'm a bit concerned about the Westerlands, and that's the thing. If we... I don't know, maybe we could do it. Maybe we could do it. I mean, we've got 0% at the moment. Maybe they're gonna... I don't know, it very much depends. Dragonstone, as you can see, is extremely strong. 17,000, but we can bring them down a peg or two, potentially, as long as their armies are not particularly massive. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.